good to go. There, fancy a riddle.
If you fancy a boot to the head.
Riddle solved. Brother, can we finish what you were saying about the oracle of your homeland? She had visions of the god of war causing Olympus to fall.
Yes. She assumed that to mean Ares, so she aided me against him. She did not foresee that I would kill him and take his office. But enough of that for now.
Brother, can you finish what you were saying about the oracle of your homeland? She helped you against the god of war because she had visions that the god of war would bring down Olympus.
Yes, and in defeating Ares, I became the god of war. But enough of that for now.
Hi, Kratos.
To Vanaheim, then.
Sounded like Lady Sif managed to convince the old boar to shelter the Aesir refugees.
It was his idea.
Oh?
To foster peace among the Vanir and Aesir.
That's brilliant. Shifty bastard must be trying to prove he can out-diplomat me.
At least he's not convincing her to marry someone, like some other diplomats would.
A deservedly low blow, Your Majesty.
Anytime.
Brother, can you finish what you were saying about the oracle of your homeland? She helped you against the god of war because she had visions that the god of war would bring down Olympus.
Yes, and in defeating Ares, I became the god of war. In the end, I proved her vision of doom correct.
So the oracle herself brought about the very future she hoped to avoid. I'm so very relieved we didn't do the same.
Mimir, there's something I wanted to ask you about. Hildisvini told me about your visit to secure Hell's army, but was reluctant to elaborate when it came to negotiating with Hrasfelger.
Ah, yes. Well, I can see why he'd hold off on such a subject until he saw if we survived a battle.
Mimir, what exactly did you promise the large bird?
Oh, nothing too horrifying. It's just that she'd like to Retire.
Retire? Hell's Eagle wants to retire?
Indeed. And don't ask me what she expects to do with her free time. I assure you there is no reassuring answer.
Can she even do that? Not be hell?
Apparently so. She just requires relief. Someone else to step in and become hell, as it were.
Set that aside for now. Come.
So let me see if I understand. We're expected to find someone to relieve Hrasfelger and become hell? Not exactly an office many would wish to occupy.
Aye. Terrible weather, infinite hours, and the possibility of unleashing terrible mischief on the realms if they're careless. Or worse, if they aren't completely trustworthy.
But if she were to leave without a replacement?
Complete chaos, yes.
Well, I'm sorry I asked.
Mia, you may tell a story, if you wish.
Am I preferable to silence at last? A rare day. I'm touched. But since you mention it, there has been one on my mind of late. It goes back to my earliest days, when I had little more to do than observe the mortals who passed through our forest. One summer, a local laird of renowned eccentricity chose to sequester himself with a small coterie of kinsmen and followers. The aim of their woodland retreat was to achieve enlightenment through study and discipline. They took oaths to brook no distractions until they became wise men.
Distractions.
Aye, women, drink, mostly women. As you can imagine, things deteriorated quickly. By autumn, tempers were frayed and wisdom remained in short supply. We'll just pick this up later.
Enemy behind you, Kratos! The Alpha! They're healing! Behind you! Watch out! Left side!
Well, if there's more of these Asgard fragments out there, the Einherjar will continue to be a nuisance for the realms.
Only if we do nothing. The realms will never heal if they remain.
How many more?
Only one way to find out.
Back to my story. The Enlightenment-seeking Laird and his followers swore off women and drink for an entire summer. One day... I watched as the Laird and his brother took their hunt. There they found, at the banks of a river, a lady as fair as any they'd left behind. She pleads for their assistance, for fear the currents would carry her off if she tried to cross. The Laird doesn't miss a beat. He hoists her onto his shoulders, carries her across, sets her down, doffs his cap, and fords back across to his brother, who is dumbfounded, can't even bring himself to speak. The day stretches on, the Laird carries on hunting, and his brother quietly gnashes his teeth down to powder. Finally, the dam breaks. "Brother," he cries, "how could you do it after everything we've sacrificed?" That's enough for the time being.